Hello, good afternoon. How are you doing? I'm Desiree Dubois, founder of An Empowered Woman and Homework. And we're really excited. We're getting to the countdown of our free 5-day virtual summit, Power 7 Virtual Summit, that happens next week. It happens on Monday through Friday, every day from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., that specific time. So make sure if you don't know anything about it, make sure you go over to homework, homwork.com/, power of seven, all one word, lowercase, and I'll take you to the page where you can register for this exciting event. But one of the partners that we have on this event, and we're really proud and excited about, is Boilerplate. Boilerplate.co. And I have the pleasure of speaking with one of the co-founders today, Brian McGrath. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you? It's Friday,
Fine.
right? It's great.
Yes, it's Friday. And it's afternoon and where you are.
I know.
So
I still belong to do list, but it's Friday afternoon at least.
I feel like mine has just started. I just started mine. So yeah, that's not going to end. And that Saturday and Sunday will be even more so busy. But we're excited about this big event. And I want to thank you again for providing this service because it's just something that everybody needs. I mean, everyone that's in business needs this. And you're kind enough to take us through an example, a virtual tour of what it looks like. So it's
Yes.
easy. I know that much. So show everybody else how easy it is.
Yeah. So we're going to give you the real high level basic. We're a secure software platform for collecting repetitive documentation requests. And these are things like applications, onboardings, intakes, anything where you're emailing people, having to track it on a spreadsheet and manually save the files. So start off, you come in, you see an overview, there's a user guide, real easy to use. You'll add in any documents that you're, commonly collecting from people. They can be generic forms or documents that would be customized for a specific person, like an offer letter, an engagement letter, something like that. From here, what we do is we put them into a package. And I'm going to show you one for something like what a financial advisor might do when he or she is onboarding a new client. And you can basically put in a checklist of here are all the forms that I need to, or files that I need to collect from you, put everything in. They can be text inputs like a social security number, copy of a will, real estate tax bill, financial statements, whatever it might be. And then from there, you can take that and you can assign it to a specific person, or you can share it as a link. And then anybody that clicks that link can go in and see the request. So I'll show you what we would see here. If we were to log in as a client, and we can be able to white label this if you need it with your branding information, but they'll see a list of here's everything I need. I need your most recent financial statement. Really easy. You click, you upload the file. Now, for some reason, you don't have something. You ask for someone's pay stub. Well, they're retired. They're like, I'm living well. I don't have pay stubs anymore. They can choose the reason that they're not submitting something. So you're not waiting on something that you might never get, and know when you're ready to proceed with the next step in that business relationship, whether it's hiring somebody, new client, giving them a quote, closing a deal, whatever it might be. Now, what's great is everything that gets submitted shows up in a review queue. So it's quality assurance. You know what's going into your system is good. You get to click on each file. You'll get to look at it. You can either approve it, or if you need to return it, you can do that. You'll choose the reason and it'll go back to them. They'll get an automated email. Hey, this has been returned to you. Please resubmit it. Now, the best part of our entire system is the visual dashboard, where you can actually see the individual status of each individual request that you've sent to a person. So you can see the person, their organization, which request has been sent to them, and then you can see each component of that request. And then you see that it's been sent to them. They've actually accessed the portal. It's not just sitting in a spam folder somewhere. They've submitted the items you need. You've reviewed the submissions. Everything's done. And then the files are accessible for download. So super easy. Everything's in one place. Great if you're a client. Great if you're the business, the person that's actually collecting the documentation. And it's wonderful for a manager, as from a visibility end to where everything stands. And then if there's an audit or there's legal issues or anything like that later on, you're going, I got everything. It's all in boilerplate, easy, accessible, secure. So that's the product. If you want to try it out, we'd love to save you some time. Our average user saves about 20 minutes every time they do a documentation request. That adds up pretty quick. We have free trials starting at $49 a month after that. Boilerplate.co. Check us out.
Well, you make it sound so so easy.
It
So
really is.
I know. It's like, okay, I got it. One question I have is that so when the documents are when they you see that they open the documents, is
Mhm.
it time stamped or dated, or is there any way of knowing when they did that for future reference
We
later?
have that on the back end of the system. It's not something that's displayed right now,
Okay.
but that's something that we can build in. If somebody, we're open. If there's something, a burning need that you really have, and you don't see it, talk to us. We love getting feedback from users. Our roadmap is always developing. So
Yeah.
something like that, we can certainly, look into, but we do, it is tracked in the system.
Mhm.
Every action is tracked from an audit
Okay.
log perspective. We know
Right.
everyone that's logged in. We know what time. We know their IP address, all that stuff. We do put a big focus on security. Everything's fully encrypted. Um, we work with the Department of Homeland Security on some scans on our system. We have firewalls, all those types of things. And then by design, we can't actually see the contents of your files. So we
Okay.
can tell by the metadata that there's something there, that you're
Mhm.
actually using the platform, but we
Mhm.
can't actually go in and see the individual files of your customers or
That's
clients or
fantastic. I was
employees.
thinking about that because sometimes you ask for personal information like the driver's license or social security number, depending on the industry. And I
Yes.
know that you gave us the example for the financial industries, but we also talked about how invalid it would be for legal, attorneys. That's why they
Yeah.
have the same documentations or the accounting. You need the same information.
Mm-hmm.
Tax returns or this and
Yep.
that. There's an HR when you're bringing someone on board, you need their resumes or their, like you said, pay
Mm-hmm.
stubs, whatever the case may be. It's just like almost even if you're a coach and you're doing an event, or like for us, if we have sponsors, we'll be or partners, we're able to send them the same information, the letter. You have an email with the need from them. They can submit their photographs, they can submit their bios, they can submit their promos, and it's just easy enough to upload it. So you have all that information, especially when you're dealing with a lot of people. If you're a membership organization, and being able to have things available for people to be able to see. And it's just a fantastic because I can see so much use in it. And you mentioned that it starts at $49 a month. I mean, well, we spend so much more time shuffling paper around and collecting paper than that. And our time is, worth that. We could be doing something else like generating business and,
Mm-hmm.
developing business. And then even if you had someone doing it for you, a virtual assistant, or at least you're gonna pay is like at least $25. So that's 2 hours. You're gonna spend a lot more than 2 hours. I wish my assistant could get all my paperwork done in 2 hours, the collection of files and things like that type. So
You've
it's
got the
really
tool.
yeah, now they got the tool. And then I think I love the fact that again they can respond whether they're going to give it or not. So you don't have to make that phone call. Do you have your email? Do you have this? Or do you have your bio? Do you have a picture? They can say they do or they don't. So it saves so much
Yes.
communication, that back and forth is what slows a lot of things up. So much more efficient, much more secure. Because you mentioned
Yeah.
again, if you have to get through the system, they send it through emails, then you don't know where that email is going after the fact. So
Exactly.
this is this one place where secure and it's just easy. Anyone can access it that's on your team. So it could be your managers, your directors, whoever it is, they can access the information. So I think that's wonderful. Thank you so much. And I want to remind people this free trial. I mean, I have a 14-day free trial. So get in there and try it and see if it makes sense for you. And then maybe this is exactly what you need to be able to save your time, save some time, some frustration, and that in itself will save you money. So thank you so much, Brian. I look forward to working with you. And anyone has
Yes.
any questions, feel free to reach out to go to boilerplate.co for your free trial or direct your questions to Brian. But otherwise, I'll see you next week at the 5-day virtual summit. We look forward to seeing you then and have a great weekend. Bye for now.
Wonderful. Have a great weekend.